Are you dreaming of owning your first home in Bowling Green, Kentucky, but feel completely overwhelmed by the process? Well, you're not alone. Going from just looking to homeowner can seem like a maze, especially for first-time home buyers. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to feel like a maze? In this video, I'm going to break down step by step the home buying process here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and give you actionable steps to take you from getting pre-approved to putting those keys in your hands. I'm Nick Lawson. I'm a realtor and real estate photographer here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I have helped tons of first-time home buyers just like yourself navigate the exciting but sometimes challenging home buying process. My job as a realtor isn't just to find you a house, it's to ensure that you understand every step of the process, that you feel confident in your decisions, and to ultimately find you a place that you truly love. And so today, I'm focusing on you, the first-time home buyer. I want to ensure that you walk away from this video with actionable steps and you feel confident in buying and understanding your first house. Buying your first house is one of the biggest emotional and financial decisions that you will ever make. And in a market like Bowling Green, Kentucky, where it is steady growth but also can be very competitive, being prepared when going to buy your first home is absolutely crucial. So let's walk through the 7 essential steps in buying your first home from start to finish. Step number 1 is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. This is arguably the most important step, and it is so misunderstood. Pre-approval is very different from pre-qualification. A pre-qualification is just an estimate saying you might be able to afford this size and this amount of home and mortgage. Whereas a pre-approval means that your lender has actually gone through your financials, your credit, your income, your debts, and they have decided to lend you a certain amount of money to purchase your first home. Receiving this pre-approval letter from your lender is such a crucial step to making sure that you find a home that you can afford, because that's what it's for. It's to tell you exactly how much home you can afford without overextending yourself. Plus, it makes your offer so much stronger whenever you present to the seller your pre-approval letter saying that you can afford this home. In Bowling Green, I recommend using some local lenders who understand our market here. If you want to know which lenders I recommend here in Bowling Green, comment first-time buyer and I will send those over to you. One of the reasons that I recommend using local lenders is because they can give you a more personalized service and can often give you lower rates and programs for first-time home buyers. And I cannot stress this enough, having that pre-approval letter in your hand before you start looking at homes is a non-negotiable in a competitive market. The second step is to find a great agent. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you are either working with me or you are considering working with me and you've already found your agent. And of course, I'm biased, but finding a great realtor who understands the market is essential for first-time home buyers because it's your first time. You don't understand the market, you don't understand house shopping, you don't understand exactly what to be looking for. You need someone who understands the market inside and out, someone who knows the best neighborhoods in Bowling Green, which areas to avoid, and someone that can guide you through the contracts and the negotiations. And as your agent, I am your advocate, I am your advisor, and I am your negotiator. And one of the perks of being a buyer is that my services to you as a buyer's agent is free because my commission is typically paid by the seller. Beyond just showing you homes, I will help you understand market trends, identify any potential issues, and connect you with professionals in the area such as inspectors and attorneys. Step 3 in this process is to start your home search. And this is the fun part, especially for first-time home buyers. You get to begin looking at homes. With your pre-approval letter in hand and with me as your agent, we can begin looking at homes and understanding what are must-haves for you and what are nice-to-haves. We'll look at some neighborhoods that fit your lifestyle and your budget, from the historic charm of downtown to the family-friendly neighborhood vibes out in Alvaton, or the newer developments around Three Springs Road. But be prepared to be flexible. This is your first home. You're not going to find every single thing that you have ever dreamed of, and you're probably not going to find the home that you're going to live in forever. This is your first home, but it should meet your core needs. I will set up custom searches on the market and find specific homes that fit what you are looking for. And here's a little golden nugget I know as a real estate photographer. Photos are incredible online, but nothing beats seeing a home in person. And once we've gone through the process of looking through what is available on the market and finding a specific home that fits what you were looking for, step 4 is to make an offer on that home. This is where having a realtor is extremely important because my negotiation skills come into play here. We will discuss a competitive offer price based on comparable sales of homes that have sold in the area. We'll also base that offer price on market conditions and any contingencies that you may have, whether it's a home inspection or a financing clause. As your agent, I will draft all of the necessary paperwork and will present the offer to the seller's agent, always keeping your interests in heart. And once we've submitted this offer and we've gone back and forth, we've gone through some negotiations and have both, as the buyers and the sellers, have agreed on a specific price, then we go under contract. Once we are under contract, this is where we will begin inspections on the home. I, as your realtor, will recommend which inspectors I believe you should use for specific things, and then I will schedule those. And the reason you should get an inspection on any home that you're looking to buy is because it uncovers any issues that may be known or unknown. Inspectors go in and look at everything from the crawl space to the attic to the plumbing and the electrical. They let you know that if there's any big issues that are going to be costly in the future, you should be aware and plan for those ahead of time. Once there is an inspection done, the inspector will create an entire report, send it over to myself and you, and we will go through this. Once we look at the inspection report, we can decide which things are non-negotiables that need to be fixed and which ones are not. And if we find something that we know is a non-negotiable that we will not buy the house unless it is fixed, we can submit that on an inspection form to the seller's agent so that they can fix it before we ever buy the home. Now, just because we request it and we're under contract doesn't mean that the sellers have to fix it. This is also part of the negotiations. If they decide not to fix something, we have the option to say we are not getting this house, we're not going to move forward if you do not agree to fix this. But we can negotiate this some different ways, often with money at the closing table to fix issues the sellers aren't really willing to fix themselves. And after the inspections are all said and done, the 6th step is the appraisal and the loan underwriting. This is where your lender sends someone out to get the appraised value or the fair market value of the home. And this is a really important step for the lender because they're not going to lend you $300,000 on a house if they go out and appraise it and say that it's in terrible condition and only appraises for $200,000. And simultaneously, while the home is being appraised, your lender is also doing underwriting, meaning that they are looking at all of the financials, your debt, your income, your credit, and making sure that you can not only purchase this home, but that you can afford to stay in it and to pay your mortgage continually. And I know it seems like a lot of steps, but this is moving you closer to closing. So step 7 is final walkthrough and closing. The final walkthrough is whenever we get to walk through the home together, and any repair requests that we made, we get to verify that they have been resolved, and then we also get to make sure that the home is in the condition that we are expecting it to be in when we buy it. After we approve this, we get to go to the closing table. And this is an exciting step because on closing day, we will typically meet at the title company or the attorney's office, and we will sign all of the necessary documents, transfer any funds, and get you to become an official homeowner for the very first time. And I will be there with you every step of the way to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. And just like that, you are a homeowner. It might seem like a daunting process, but with the right guidance, it can be extremely rewarding and fun. My goal as your buyer's agent is to make the first-time home buying process as seamless and easy and enjoyable as possible. So if you've been thinking about buying your first home or thinking about potentially buying a home in the future and just wanting to explore that, click the link in the description and we can jump on a no-hassle free call just to talk about what fits your lifestyle. And if this video helped you at all, please hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell to be notified anytime that I release new videos. And if you're thinking about selling a home in Bowling Green, be sure to check out my next video on understanding the Bowling Green seller's market and pricing strategy.